Alright you guys, so this is going to be a bit of a different Sims episode, and I actually need to see if this worked, but I downloaded some mods. Let's see if it's in here. Yes, okay. So there's a mod that's in progress right now. It's not quite finished, but on their Discord they will let you test it out for them and give them feedback. So I became a tester. So it's kind of like an animal rescue mod, and you can do like shelters and stuff, so it's super fun. At least it sounds fun, so I'm going to try it out here. But one of the things I added was this new trait, which is Animal Lover, which just combines the dog and cat lover one, which I think is so smart. I don't know why the original game, when they added cats and dogs, didn't do this, because obviously some people love both, but then it takes up 2 out of 3 of your slots, so that seems kind of ridiculous, so we're definitely going to do that. But yeah, so let me see, I'm just going to quickly make a person. Not going to do too much. Alright, so we're just going to check this out, so it doesn't have to be anything perfect. What's your name? Sure. Emerson Zimmerman. So one of the things that the mod added was a lot trait, which is animal shelter. I'm not really sure how that works, but we're gonna find out. So apparently visitors will come here from that, but we don't have any pets, so we're gonna have to find some strays, I think. So maybe we should make, let's also just make the lot a dog and cat hangout. Alright you guys, it took quite a while, so I'm gonna cut all that out. But now we finally have some animals on the lot, and so it's really exciting. I'm getting started here with this. I'm gonna try to adopt some of them and have some visitors come. And I'm pretty sure for right now, when visitors come to your shelter, they can't really do much. They just kind of interact with the animals and you can see them. But they may be adding a way for them to actually adopt animals later on in the mod. Apparently that's something that's difficult to do in The Sims. I've never modded The Sims, so I don't really know. Everything would be difficult for me. So I'm happy that they're doing this at all. I'm just not really sure what I can do or can't do in the mod, so I'm trying to figure that out. But something that I'm thinking about for my own gameplay is that when guests come visit, if they seem to get along really well with an animal, then I can just use MC Command Center and give them that pet and add it to their household. So that's a really good idea, I think, maybe. And yeah, as you can see now, I've adopted a couple of dogs, so I'm going to work on maybe getting a couple more just to test out and stuff, some cats or something. But we also don't have any pet stuff in this house. I kind of just forgot about that, so I'm going to add that real quick and we'll get back to it. Oh yeah, while I'm doing this, this food bowl is actually one that's added in this mod as well. There's a bunch of CC stuff that the mod creator made to go along with the actual gameplay changes. So one of them is just this pet bowl that I think is really cool. I think the game needs some more of them, and this has lots and lots of colors, as you can see, which is really neat. And then one of my favorite parts of this mod actually is this new bed. It's like up on like a wood frame type of thing, and I just think it looks really cool. It looks like sturdy and comfortable, and I think any dog, like a real dog, would love it. Or a cat as well, but it's just big, so it kind of makes me think of dog. And just so you know, I will put the link to the Discord in the description of this video, just so that you can find it if you do want to check this out, because it is pretty cool. They've got a lot of stuff. So I definitely don't want to show it to you and not let you have a way to find it easily. Okay, so I got a little carried away. I adopted a bunch of animals and stuff and kind of forgot that I was trying to make a video about this, but that's okay. But I did want to show you guys this lamp that's included in the pack. I really love this lamp. It's so cute with the dog and cat at the bottom. I wish it came in more colors, especially maybe like a gold or a black or something, but even just the white I think is very, very pretty. And I would honestly use this all the time. I would probably buy this lamp for my own bedroom, to be honest. Alright, so this is Brianna from the future here. When I was playing this, I decided that I wanted to build my own shelter, which I kind of thought I was just going to do a quick proof of concept kind of thing, but ended up taking a lot of time and I put a lot of effort into it. So I was thinking I'll just put it into a time lapse here and show it to you all. I actually didn't quite finish it either. I did most of it, but there's still some stuff I just kind of got tired and wanted to do some other stuff, but I haven't had time to go back and do it yet. But even with how it looks now, you can tell what I was going for, and I wanted to kind of explain some of it as well. But really the first bit is just me trying to make it set up right to be a shelter, and I missed a couple of things in my first part of the video. I didn't show you guys all of the stuff that the pack included, so I wanted to put some of my other favorites on the screen for you and kind of talk about them a little bit. The first one is that the mod also includes a lot of aquarium type stuff, and so one of the things is a modular aquarium, and it lets you pick where and what you want to put in the tank. So you can pick which plants you want and you can pick where they want to go. I just think that's kind of cool because obviously in the game now you just kind of have to pick a pre-built one and that's what you get. And so this lets you really customize it, make it seem like it fits your house and your personality. And then there was a thing that I couldn't show you guys because you need Parenthood in order to do that. Because Parenthood, I guess, has volunteering that you can do. And so the mod added that you can volunteer at a shelter. I really like that idea, and I'm kind of sad that you have to have Parenthood to do that. I think that should have came with cats and dogs, but that's just my opinion. And I think volunteering in general should probably be in the base game. That seems kind of weird to only put it in Parenthood, but I guess I do understand why it would be like that. And then something else that I can't really show you is that they added an interaction with children where they can beg their parents to get a pet. I don't really play The Sims with children that often, so I actually didn't download that part of the mod. If you think that would sound cool to you, you can definitely check it out. I bet it works pretty well. I just didn't personally try it out. I was way more focused on doing stuff that would involve shelters and just taking care of the animals and stuff. There is some furniture though that I really liked that the mod added, and I did download it, but I didn't put it in my house, so I'm sorry about that. But I'll show you the sample picture that the mod creator put out for it, just so you can see what it looks like. I really like them, so I think they would work well in a lot of builds, especially when you think of animals or like a farmhouse and stuff. That's kind of the vibe they are, so I like them a lot. Otherwise, the mod also has a couple of little like trinkets and like clutter items, which I think are pretty neat. I didn't download them yet. I probably will at some point to check it out, but that's not really my thing, and I just wanted to kind of get this going, and I didn't want to do too much, you know. And so now I think I want to try to explain a little bit what I'm doing in the build, or at least my main premise. We'll get to more details later. But what I wanted to do is renovate the house so that the upstairs was like the living quarters. So I was going to move the kitchen, living room, a study slash like office space, and obviously the bedroom all upstairs. And then downstairs was going to be for cats, and I was thinking to have some sort of like separate rooms for them, maybe to separate like males and females, or just in case some of them don't get along with other ones, you know, just to make it seem realistic. And then also guests could go in there and visit the cats, and I'm thinking like the main entryway will have some sort of like sitting room or waiting room or something, and I was considering maybe even putting some like food for pets in there as well, for like when strays show up that aren't actually adopted or in the shelter. But the building I'm doing right now that you're seeing is actually going to be a dog kennel, and so I'm not really sure. I mean, it seems kind of sad to make like little tiny like enclosures for each dog, but at the same time I think in The Sims we could make it so that they have a nice living quarters, and for this I kind of made it big enough that you could have one dog in each, but realistically they could probably fit two, so that might be something to consider. I'm not sure. Honestly, this whole build is kind of just like trying stuff out, seeing what I think. I didn't actually play test it with any dogs or cats yet, so that's gonna come in the future, I think. I mean, I'm not really sure because I'm thinking maybe I'll try to make some sort of series out of this, or perhaps move my current Sims series into this house. I know I really wanted to move into a castle, and I built the one, and I'm still kind of happy with it, but at the same time I think I might need to redo it or rethink it, and I think this shelter idea kind of works out pretty well. Definitely let me know what you think about that in the comments. If you think I should use this or use the other one or do something completely different, I'm totally open to suggestions for all that stuff. And if you have any building tips to make my kennel not look super square / rectangular, that would be really lovely because I'm just not very good at building. That's really why I decided to mostly just renovate the existing house instead of making something completely new. I definitely want to try to get better at building. I just don't have a ton of time to just build every day, especially since I play a couple games on this channel and this channel isn't a full-time thing at all. Really, I only do it in my spare time on my days off, and that's kind of tough. So yeah, I just don't know how to get better quickly without spending tons of time day and day and day. And it's funny because I do watch a lot of videos about people who do build kind of interesting stuff, and they seem like they're pretty natural at doing it, and obviously I think they kind of learned it over time, so I'm hoping at some point I can kind of get better and figure out what I want to do. But yeah, definitely if you have suggestions, I'd love to hear them. But yeah, for the most part, we're getting pretty much finished with the actual kennel stuff. As you can see, it's got the outdoor area for each pet so they can go to the bathroom out there. And then it's got the indoor place with a bed, a couch, which I thought would be nice for when visitors come and they could sit in there with the dogs. And of course, obviously, a food bowl so they can eat. I definitely think if I was going to use this, I would decorate it a little bit more in there, because it's kind of plain and there's not really anything to make it special. But I think for right now, this is pretty good. Oh, and there's also toys in there. I don't think I mentioned that, but you probably saw me put them in there. And one thing that I thought of after is maybe I could have like an actual outdoor place where the dogs could all go out, but they could only go back in through their own door. And so that way they could interact with each other, but then they couldn't, eat each other's food or not have a bed or whatever. So that's something I might think about in the future. Now I'm also going to play some music for you guys so you can just kind of relax and watch the speed build here. But the last thing I wanted to talk about real quick is across from the dog kennel I have the little dog training area. And so right now you can see that I'm building all the little equipment stuff that they need so that they can practice and learn. And this is also where I would teach them tricks. And so that's one of the things that I would want to do in my series going forward is, train a dog in every skill that they can get before I adopt them out. And so it's not just adopting a stray dog and then giving it to someone who likes them, but also maybe training them and making them a well-behaved dog and saying, now this dog is better, they're really good, and so now, these people can really enjoy having them. So yeah, that's kind of where my thought process is for the dogs. So now just sit back, relax. I'm going to mostly just do the upstairs of the house and a bit of the cat stuff. And like I said before, I didn't really finish the whole house, but it's mostly completed. But I just want to give you guys a concept of what a shelter might look like, especially like a big mansion type shelter, like where you would live and, do shelter stuff at it. Alright guys, that's the end of the speed build and the end of this video. I know it's a little bit long and it's kind of different from what I usually do, but I hope you enjoyed it, and I'm really curious about what this mod is going to be in the future. Again, the link to the Discord is in the description of this video, so if you want to check it out, if you want to give them any suggestions, I think they're taking them, go ahead and check that out. And thank you so much for the creator of that mod, who I believe goes by Chipped Sim. At least that's their Discord name. I'm not exactly sure what their real name is or anything like that. But it's looking great so far. I'm really interested to see what it looks like in the future. And as always, I want to thank you all for watching this video. If you want to stick around and see anything else that I do, please consider subscribing, and I will see you later. Bye everyone.